Ever do something crazy? Something that made your heart race and your palms sweat? Maybe it was standing at the edge of a cliff, feeling the wind whip around you, or perhaps it was the thrill of skydiving, the ground rushing up to meet you, or even a backflip on a skateboard, defying gravity for just a moment, something you swore you'd never do, like staring down the steep drop of a roller coaster, your stomach in knots, or standing at the edge of a pool, the water looking colder and deeper than ever before, the hesitation, the fear, the adrenaline. Maybe someone dared you. Double, triple dog dared you. It could have been a friend, a sibling, or even a stranger online. The words, "I dare you," can be powerful, almost magical. They challenge your courage, your resolve. It's like something takes over your brain. Your eyes widen, your heart pounds, and suddenly you're not just thinking about the dare, you're consumed by it. The screen in front of you becomes your world, and the challenge is all you can see. You have to do it. You can't resist. You take a deep breath, clench your fists, and step forward with determination. The fear is still there, but so is the thrill, the need to prove yourself, to show that you can do it. That's the power of a dare. It brings people together, creates bonds of shared experience. A group of friends, eyes gleaming with mischief, nodding in agreement. The dare becomes a shared goal, a collective challenge. And online, dares are everywhere. Social media is filled with them. Scroll through your feed, and you'll see countless prompts, each one more daring than the last. The concentrated expression of someone scrolling, looking for the next big challenge. They're called challenges, viral challenges. Hashtags that spread like wildfire, videos of people dancing in sync, short clips of daring feats, each one a testament to the power of a dare. You've seen them? Everyone has. They spread like wildfire. News headlines, social media feeds, all filled with the same challenges. Different people, different places, but the same daring spirit. One minute, it's a silly dance, a group of friends trying to perfect their moves, someone dancing alone in their room, a crowd cheering on a daring performer. The next, it's something riskier, something much riskier, jumping from a high platform, exploring a dark, abandoned place, or nervously eyeing a high dive board. The stakes get higher, the dares more dangerous. This year, the challenge was Hunttalk. The rules were simple but terrifying. Spend a whole night in the abandoned lakeside amusement park. The catch? The park was said to be cursed. Lakeside was once a beacon of laughter and joy. Now it stood silent. Rusted Ferris wheel clawing at the sky. Empty cotton candy booths gathering dust. It was the perfect setting for a nightmare. Our group decided to take the Hunttalk challenge head-on. It was a trending internet challenge where people explored supposedly haunted locations and documented their experiences. We were intrigued and a bit skeptical, but mostly, we were excited. The thrill of the unknown was calling us and we couldn't resist. There was me, Max, the tech whiz, always filming. I had all the latest gadgets and knew how to use them. My camera was my third eye, capturing every moment, every shadow, every whisper of the wind. I was determined to document everything, no matter how trivial it seemed. Then there was Sarah, brave and bold, never one to back down. She was the heart of our group, always pushing us to go further, to explore deeper. Her courage was infectious, and it gave us the strength to face whatever lay ahead. She was our fearless leader, guiding us through the darkness. And Kevin, the skeptic, trying to debunk every spooky sound. He was the voice of reason, always questioning, always doubting, but even he couldn't hide his curiosity. We packed our bags, flashlights, cameras, snacks. We thought we were ready for anything. Kevin made sure we had everything we needed, double-checking our gear and supplies. Were we prepared for what awaited us? Not a chance. Despite our bravado, there was an undercurrent of fear. We joked and laughed to mask our anxiety, but deep down, we all felt it. The unknown was terrifying, and we were about to dive headfirst into it. We thought we were just dealing with silly internet hype, stories of ghosts and ghouls, things that go bump in the night. We were convinced it was all just a game, a way to get likes and shares. We laughed at the absurdity of it all, confident that we would come out unscathed. We were wrong, dead wrong. The moment we stepped into that abandoned house, we felt it. A chill in the air, a sense of being watched. Our laughter died in our throats, replaced by a growing sense of dread. This was no game. This was real, and we were in way over our heads. The old park gates creaked open like a monster's jaws. A shiver ran down my spine. The air grew cold, sending goosebumps erupting on my arms. We stepped inside. The park was ours for the night, if we survived. The darkness felt alive. Shadows seemed to move. Whispers followed us on the wind. Every rustle of leaves made our hearts pound in our chests. We were in way over our heads. The legend said a performer named Laughter Larry had died at the park. Some said it was an accident on the roller coaster. Others said he was driven mad by the ghosts of children who died on the rides. Whatever the truth, Larry's spirit was said to haunt the park, seeking revenge on those who dared enter his domain. His laughter echoed in the night, a chilling reminder of his presence. We decided to explore the funhouse, the heart of the park's darkness. The air inside was thick with the smell of mildew and decay. Twisted mirrors reflected distorted images of our fear.
Suddenly the lights flickered, then darkness.
Max fumbled for his flashlight.
A blood-curdling scream pierced the air. It was Sarah. She stood frozen, eyes wide with terror. I saw him! Laughter Larry! He was right behind me!
We ran. We didn't know what was real anymore. Were we being hunted by Laughter Larry's ghost, or were our minds playing tricks on us? The Hunttalk challenge was getting to us. It was messing with our heads.
We huddled together, listening for any sound. Our hearts pounded in unison with the drumming of unseen creatures in the darkness.
Was this all part of the curse?
We craved the thrill, the adrenaline rush, the validation of likes and shares. But at what cost? The Hunttalk challenge made us question everything. Were we really in danger, or were we just playing characters in our own horror movie? The line between reality and the online world was blurring. The scariest part, we weren't sure if we wanted to escape. The sun finally rose, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. It was a sight that should have brought peace, but for us, it was a reminder of the night we had just endured. The Hunttalk challenge had seemed like a fun idea at first, a way to gain some followers and maybe even go viral. But as the hours dragged on, the reality of our situation set in. We were trapped in an old, abandoned amusement park, each creak and shadow playing tricks on our minds. We emerged from the park, exhausted and shaken. The thrill of the challenge had long worn off, replaced by a deep sense of unease. We had faced our fears, but at what cost? The park, once a place of joy and laughter, had become a nightmarish maze. Every corner we turned seemed to hold a new terror, every sound amplified by the darkness. We had survived the night, but the experience left its mark. Our faces, once full of excitement, now bore the signs of our ordeal. Haunted expressions, tired eyes, and a newfound wariness. The challenge had pushed us to our limits, both physically and mentally. It was a stark reminder of the power of fear and the lengths we would go to for a moment of online fame. The Hunttalk challenge taught us a valuable lesson. It wasn't just about the scares or the thrill of the unknown. It was about understanding the consequences of our actions. We had put ourselves in danger for the sake of a few likes and shares. In the cold light of dawn, it was clear how foolish we had been. The internet can make us do crazy things, but it's up to us to know where to draw the line. The internet is a powerful tool. It has the ability to entertain, connect, and inspire. With just a few taps, we can share our lives with the world, find communities of like-minded individuals, and discover new passions. But with that power comes responsibility. We must be mindful of the content we create and the challenges we take on. It can entertain, connect, and inspire. Social media has given us the ability to stay in touch with friends and family, to share our happiest moments, and to find joy in the little things. But it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of likes and followers, to lose sight of what's truly important. But it can also be dangerous. The pressure to go viral can lead us to make reckless decisions. We become so focused on the potential fame that we forget about our own safety. The Hunttalk challenge was a perfect example of this. We had put ourselves in harm's way for the sake of a few moments of online glory. We need to be careful. Every post, every challenge, every dare comes with its own set of risks. It's important to think before we act, to consider the potential consequences. The internet is a double-edged sword, and it's up to us to wield it wisely. We need to think before we click, before we share, before we dare. It's easy to get swept up in the moment, to chase the thrill of going viral. But we must remember that our actions have real-world consequences. A moment of online fame is not worth risking our safety or well-being, because some challenges are not worth the risk. The Hunttalk challenge was a wake-up call for us. It showed us the darker side of social media, the dangers that lurk behind the screen. We realized that some dares are better left undone, that our safety is more important than a few moments of online fame. Some dares are better left undone. As we walked away from the park, we made a pact to be more mindful of the challenges we take on, to think twice before putting ourselves in danger for the sake of a viral video. Because in the end, our well-being is worth more than any amount of likes or shares.